5 things guys think girls care about, but we don't. I'm so excited you're here, and if you're new to my channel, I am Arica Angelo. I'm the CEO and founder of the Arica Angelo Intimacy Experience, and with all things intimacy, what are we gonna talk about? Sex, love, attraction, how you can become that irresistible man to her. But we gotta dispel some myths here that you guys think are so important to us girls, but you know what? They're just not. Now, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Also, turn on the notification bell because I always have videos coming and you need to know when they come. Kid it? You need to know when they come. Moving on. All right, I am gonna just cut to this one. Enter the cucumber. You guys think that penis size is the end all be all. And listen, I know that there are things out there that you can attach to your penis to make your penis bigger, or so they market it to you that way. There are pills you can take to make your penis bigger. And the question always in the back of every guy's mind is, does size matter? No, it doesn't. But let me just keep it real. When us girls are talking about sex with one another, do we bring up penis size? We 100% do. If we're out shagging around, the first thing that we ask each other was, what was his penis like? Now listen, us girls are pretty compassionate, forgiving women. So despite what some of you may think about us, when it comes to your penis, the size of it really doesn't matter. It's how you use your penis. That's right. It's how you use it. I may be saying this wrong, but it's not the size of the ship, it's the motion of the ocean. Listen, there are guys out there with massive penises that when they have sex with a woman, they're like this. I got a big penis, I need to take it out on you. That doesn't do anything for us. So when we talk to our girlfriends and we go, oh my God, his penis is so big, oh my God. We're really just saying that as like a matter of fact, of like a point of conversation, of like an experiment. But if we were to ask if us girls were inclined to follow up and go, yeah, but were you aroused? How many times did you orgasm? Did your body just feel blissed out by him? Chances are if our girlfriends took it that far and they asked those questions, we would go, no, he just kind of pounded it out. I was like hamburger meat that he was just pounding on. Ugh. So, but most girls, if they ask explicit questions, which not all do, I do, but not all do. But typically what we're gonna ask was, how good was it? Once we move past the shock factor of the initial how big was it question, we go on to like the more meaningful questions, which are, was it good? Just because a guy has a big penis doesn't mean it's always good. In fact, some guys with big penises overcompensate and they think, oh, me have big penis, me use penis very hard and very fast. Meanwhile, the girl's going, she doesn't get the orgasm, she doesn't get the pleasure. I know I'm spending a lot of time talking about penis, but hey, it's penis and it's a great conversation to talk about. But really, it's what you know to do with the penis. You can be with a guy who has a smaller penis, but if he's done his work and he's practiced or he's researched what to do with a small penis, then when he makes love to a woman, he's gonna know those right positions that are gonna give her the impact. And guys, I've noticed with smaller penises tend to work a little bit harder because they know, they've been in a locker room, they've seen other guys junk, that they go, okay, maybe mine isn't as big, so they work harder to perform. And what those guys end up doing is giving the girl more pleasure, and then those are the guys that end up sticking around much longer than the guys who just get in like, oh, me big penis, than those guys, because those guys typically come off as selfish and not in tune with a woman's body. A woman gets tired of him because he's not bringing her pleasure, so she sticks with a guy who may not have the biggest penis but knows what to do with her penis and is committed to working hard to giving her the orgasms that she really wants to have and that she wants him to experience as well. Not that guys can have lots of orgasms, I mean the pleasure, the payoff. the O. Well, now that we've gone there and gotten things just straight to the point, it's how I roll. Let's talk about another thing that's really just straight to the point, which is money, money, money. Money! A lot of guys think, hey, do I need to have a lot of money? No. Let me just cut through the shit. I've said this in other videos before, but let's say a guy is a trust fund baby, which I live in Los Angeles, there's plenty of them floating around. When a woman's with, let's say, a trust fund baby, and he has tons of money and he can lavish her with gifts and all these things, but he has no purpose, he has no drive. That guy is fun for a month or two and then it gets old. Think of it like a new car. You're so excited, you get a new car, you love it, you're driving it, but month 2 comes and you have to actually pay for that car. Month 1 comes and you have to pay for it. Month 2, you have to pay for it again and you keep having to pay for it. Then that fun car isn't always so fun. It's the same thing with a guy who's a trust fund baby. If he has no ambition, no drive, no motivation, no focus, eventually he loses his appeal, just like your new car. So that's why you're gonna hear me talk a lot about having purpose, having focus, having some drive, having ambition. But really what us women wanna know, you want the real truth? Now, this may cause you to give up your small thinking and hiding behind all women want money, so that disqualifies me. So I'm gonna spend the rest of my life hating women and checking out and watching Netflix and eating way too much and playing video games all the time and hanging out with my buddies and drinking and always going home alone. Yeah, you might have to walk away from that. The truth of the matter is, women wanna know, what are you doing with your money? Meaning, are you responsible with your money? Do you invest your money? Do you save your money? Or do you act like a childish brat and do you just go blowing your money everywhere? At the end of the day, listen, we have that primal need to feel secure. So whether you have a lot of money or not so much money, wherever you are responsible for your money. And how you show her your responsibility will either make her safe, or the lack of it will make her feel unsafe with you, which means you're not as trustworthy. Start learning some good money skills and hey, bring it up with her. Talk about money. I've been really adamant about investing my money. I've been learning to save more. Be upfront about it. I don't mean on a first date or anything like that, but as you're dating a woman, don't be afraid to bring up money and let her know that you are in charge of your paper. The next thing is, you may have shame if you come from a broken home. You may think that a woman may look at you as damaged goods of, oh, he comes from a broken home. Maybe his relationship with his mother isn't so great. His relationship with his father isn't so great. He's not in touch with his family. He's a broken guy. He's damaged goods. I don't want to mess with him. That is not true. Listen, all of us come from broken homes in some regards. Some of our homes are more broken than others. Let's just keep it real. We don't live in some fucking fairy tale world. Some of us come from abuse, from sexual abuse, from abandonment. We all have our shit. So don't let that disqualify you. What a woman actually wants to see is, if you did come from a broken home, what are you doing about it now so that you're not a slave or a victim of your brokenness, of your broken past? But how are you taking those shitty circumstances, those shitty situations, and how are you using them for your good? How are you becoming empowered? What are you doing to better yourself as a result of that? Basically, what a woman wants to know is he being responsible for him, or is he blaming his past? But any woman who is with a guy who just keeps blaming his past but is not proactive about creating his future, that's the kind of guy that she's not going to be interested in. But a guy who's in the driver's seat, who is making conscious, proactive decisions to change the course of his life despite his path, that is a guy that she will have all day and all night for. And for those of you who do come from a broken home, I really encourage you to go on a journey of healing and bettering yourself. If you look at some of my other videos, you'll also see with relationship advice and intimacy, how I talk about things like trauma, anxiety. So if you have some of those things going on, then I really encourage you, watch those videos and get on your own path of healing, because I've had to do it for myself and you are not alone. Number 4, we want the muscle bodybuilder, baby. Yeah, that's what we want. We like the muscles. No, that's so not true. Listen, we do not all want a bodybuilder. In fact, some of us think those guys are kind of gross. Some of us freaking love those guys and drool all over them. Basically, what a girl really wants is a guy who's taking care of himself. Why? Because as I say in my other videos, it's about value. It's valuing yourself. So if you're not taking care of your body, that is an indicator that you may not feel very important or special or valuable to you. So as a result, you're not taking care of you. We don't all want some muscle bodybuilders, but we do want a guy who loves and values himself enough to get his ass to the gym, get his ass out hiking, surfing, whatever, mountain biking, whatever it is that you do to keep that heart pumping. We want to know that you are taking care of you. I have to admit, I had one boyfriend who, he had this thing where he would just eat cookies at work all the time. And he had like this little bitty belly. And I have to admit, he was my boyfriend. So I'm not saying if you're single, this is the best idea. But as my boyfriend, I did think it was kind of cute. And for those of you who are watching this, no matter what I say, you still feel defeated, there's something that's still holding you back despite me busting these myths, then I highly encourage you to sign up for a coaching session with me. You can do it at the links below on the card or on my YouTube banner. It says coaching right there. Fill out that application and I'd be happy to serve you and your journey. And the last thing is this. That we want a GQ model. I see so many times in my comment sections, and I just recently got into it with someone in my comment section who was saying, Arica, you're setting guys up for failure. Like, women want good looking guys, blah, 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 blah. Listen, not all women want a GQ model. I know that there are some women that is a priority to them, that they have a really good looking guy. Kudos to those girls. But I speak from my own personal experience, so fuck your analytics, fuck all the research and all the other YouTube advice that you've watched, fuck all of that. I speak from my own goddamn experience, so fuck off with that shit. Am I making my point clear? From my own personal experience, I have not always chosen the GQ guys as my boyfriends, as the people who I enter in relationship with. In fact, some people have said about me, Arica, you're so beautiful. Why do you sometimes date guys that are just not very attractive? For me, as a woman with a vagina, sometimes for me, personality trumps looks. I'm much more inclined to go for the guy who has a good heart, who has drive, who has purpose, who is tender, who is funny, and who has a badass personality because he's comfortable in his skin. I would much rather be with that guy than some clueless GQ model who has made his whole life around his looks but has no other substance besides that. So no, not all women want a GQ model. So I know you're watching other YouTube videos and advice from other people who say, statistically, women, F off, all right? Okay, I'm a woman, I have a vagina, I have my own experience, and I'm saying not all women want a GQ model. Whew, let me just take a breather from that one, because that one gets me very heated. Why does it get me heated? Because I think that type of advice sows disappointment, hopelessness, and it enables people to be victims and to not be accountable for themselves and to say, oh, well, I'm not a GQ model, so I'm gonna quit trying and I'm just gonna blame everybody for the rest of my life. That is bullshit. Now, let's recap. The 5 things that guys think girls care about, but we really don't. Number 1, penis size. Number 2, that you have to have all this money. Number 3, that if you come from a broken home, you have no chance with us. That's just not true. Number 4, that all of us want some muscle bodybuilder guy. Nope, that's just not true. And number 5, that you have to look like a GQ model. I would say that for most women, that if a guy has a personality that really charms her over a guy who's just good looking but doesn't have brains or wit to go with it, she's always gonna pick the guy with personality and charm. It is what it is. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I am happy to speak with you in the comment section below. And as always, if you've never done one-on-one coaching for me, now's your opportunity. Go to the link below or in my YouTube banner, click coaching and fill out the application, and I look forward to serving you and helping you get the girl of your dreams. I swear that shit just pisses me off so bad. I could just go on rants and rants and rants about these guys who are too busy watching YouTube videos, coming up with all these statistics and aren't doing shit about it, and just getting on YouTube and bitching and complaining and being victims. That is horseshit.